Hey everybody, Spaceman here with another episode of Spaceman Climbs. And this is a very special episode of Spaceman Climbs because this is the inaugural episode for Warcraft Reforged. I'm very excited to be back and casting and playing and have the community so rejuvenated. It's amazing that we're able to find games so quickly. I know there's been a lot of flack cast at Reforged, but for the most part, I honestly feel that it doesn't deserve all the hate it's getting right now. The game's running. I wish there was a ranked system, a ladder system. I know that's coming in the future patch, and I would have liked for it to have been provided in the initial release, but I understand they're releasing things iteratively. It's an agile mindset at Blizzard, it seems. This is the way it is, and either way, the game's running fine for me. And I'm able to play with my friends. I'm able to play solo. I'm able to play team, which is amazing. I haven't been able to play a range team in so long, so I'll talk about that in a second. But I'm sure the first thing you'll notice is I am playing on the classic settings, not the Reforged graphics. And that's just because I find it much easier to distinguish the units on the classic settings. I've been playing it for so long. It's what I'm used to. It's what I love. So I'm going to keep doing that. If you guys would prefer that my replays in the future are cast in the Reforged graphics, I'm happy to do that. So just let me know in the comments. I'll definitely pivot over to that view, at least for casting. When I'm playing, I'm sure I'll stick with this, but for casting, I can definitely cross over. So let me know. Anyway, back to my comment on a ranged team. I'm able to do it again. I was blocked by that damn issue that was preventing so many people from playing a ranged team in Classic Warcraft, The Frozen Throne. So now that that is resolved, I'm able to play again with my buddy, who I grew up playing with. We bought the game together. We played 2v2 all the time together. And then when a ranged team stopped working, we kind of stopped playing Warcraft together, and he stopped playing all around. So now that that's working, we're back at it, and we're able to play, and it's so exciting. So not only is this the first ever Reforged game I'm casting, but this is also the first ever 2 versus 2 game I'm casting. And so let me introduce, I've been having some issue with this bar, but let me introduce my buddy. So I'm Spaceman, obviously, and I'm playing in the southern corner of Lost Temple as Night Elf. We both play random, so we play dual random. And my partner is Skiller, who again, I've played with my entire life. He's a really good friend in real life, so it's a lot of fun that we're able to do this again. He plays random as well. He goes all over the place as well. So he got human, and we are against an orc. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into the game. Even though it is a 2 versus 2, I'm going to focus primarily on me, I think, and the conversation we're having, because we are on Discord at the time of playing as well. You don't have to be able to communicate like that, but it honestly makes the game so much more fluid, and you'll play so much better as a team if you can converse vocally as opposed to typing. So, standard opening for me, Altar Moonwell, Tree of Life. I think I'm going to just be doing a Demon Hunter this game, which I know is kind of disappointing. I'm usually a little more out there. But we've been playing a lot of games, and for someone who always goes outside the box, all of a sudden Demon Hunter starts to feel outside of the box, right? And over here, we have just a standard human opening as well. And our play on this map is generally fast expand, especially if we draw a human. But it's kind of unideal for the human to expand here, right? If Skiller goes and expands north, then this player will have easy access to his expansion, and Orc can put a lot of pressure on. We're against dual Orc, so there's definitely the threat of 2 Farseers coming our way, or 2 Blade Masters, or some kind of weird cheese strategy. So instead of doing that, what Skiller is going to do is power creep my expansion, and he's going to expand down here. You know what? Maybe he's not. I don't remember this game exactly. Also, so many things to talk about, guys. The MMR. I don't know if MMR is actually working, but it keeps telling me I'm at 1500 MMR, so that's something. Anyway, usually we would have Skiller expanding here because then he is safe, right? If he expands there, then the expansion is nestled in between our 2 bases, much more difficult for the Orc players to get to. But now that I've said it, I feel like maybe there's a chance he expands here because I'm elf, and we do like for an elf to be able to expand early as well. Although the footman's coming this way, so let's see. I asked them if they were at 1500 as well, and they said 800. So, shots fired. I didn't mean to do that though. So apparently there's some sort of system with the MMR, although mine hasn't changed in a while. Anyway, my Demon Hunter's out. I was right initially, so let's stick with what I was saying. My partner Skiller is going to be expanding over here in between us where it's much safer, and I'm going to harass. So the thought process here is if this guy's harassing, he'll come in here, he'll see no expansion and get involved in the human base. If he comes to harass, then he'll be interrupted by the Demon Hunter, and hopefully the Archmage should be able to creep this very cleanly and expand very comfortably. However, that's not at all what's happening because we see a Tauren Chieftain and Headhunters here, so I know immediately that we're going to be against some sort of mass strategy, at least from this guy. And from the opponent, or from the unseen guy, we're probably expecting a Farseer. That's immediately what I think when I see this. And I have Mana Burn, but I see that the Tauren Chieftain skilled Endurance Aura first, so I really have no reason to Mana Burn him at this point. That's just going to drain me of mana, which means my Moonwells will be less efficient when I do go back to heal. So instead I'm just going to try to keep him busy. If the Tauren Chieftain doesn't creep and I don't creep and we both stay at level 1, then I am gaining the advantage. So that's what my goal here is. Why am I gaining the advantage? Let me expand on that. So, if your opponent is going for what looks like a mass tier 1 strategy, you need to exploit that advantage you're getting, right? If you're going for a lot of tier 1 units, then in order to exploit that advantage, you can either creep very effectively and try to get higher hero levels with your superior army for creeping harder camps early, or you need to deal damage to your opponent by keeping them down. If we both stay at level 1 and I start teching, which this is an Ancient of War, I built 2 Hunters Hall, which you can, huge oversight, not at all what you're supposed to do, but I am going to be teching on 1 Ancient of War Huntresses. So the mindset is if I'm teching and have a much smaller army, but we manage to stay at 1-1 each, then I'm going to ultimately get the advantage, because then when my army does appear, I'm going to be a tier 2 army. So if I can slow this down at all, I'm going to, and that's definitely my plan here. You can see I was hoping to get the last hit, but he did a good job, of shifting focus onto my Demon Hunter and zoning me out. So I'm not able to actually do much damage here, but you know, he's creeping the little green camp. He's not getting a lot of experience either. Meanwhile, Skiller is creeping this as well, but he's already got level 2 from creeping my gold mine. It looks like it's going to go up comfortably. Misrallied Footman there. And I come in, notice the Tauren Chieftain again. I'm not going to be able to do anything to his army. I'm not going to be able to hurt the Tauren Chieftain. I can't kill a Headhunter. I'm absorbing a lot of damage, but I'm slowing down his creeping. Alright, he could have been done this already, but instead he's stuck still dealing with it, and it's buying time. Archmage is able to creep this one out. Claws of Attack +6. Very nice items on the Archmage. I think he'll be transferring those over to me shortly. And we're hoping to interrupt the Tauren Chieftain here. But he's not there, so I shift to the other corner. I see that they're thinking of creeping, so I wake up the creeps, and I'm going to run away. That's going to force the Tauren Chieftain back, and I don't think he'll be able to engage that by himself. Although, at this point, we really still haven't seen much from the other Orc player. We saw 1 Grunt when I was, up here. As soon as a Farseer and Grunts show up, this camp will be crept very efficiently by the Tauren Chieftain Headhunters alongside the Grunts and the Farseer. And it looks like they're trying to do something, so again, I'm trying to keep him busy. I'm slowing him down. I only have 1 Huntress, which will immediately die if it actually commits on these Headhunters. So it's just about keeping him busy. It's about distracting him, about delaying this creep camp. And Skiller's starting to come in as well. And they've crept it pretty effectively, except there's still the 2 Overseers here. So they don't have any big items yet, which is nice. Very nice stomp from the Tauren Chieftain. I'm taking a lot of damage on my Demon Hunter. Do I lose my Huntress here? Ah, damn. Didn't hide quickly enough. So, you know what, again, they're going to come out on top here, right? We have 3 Footmen, a Water Elemental, 1 Huntress left against a far superior army. But they're still not able to kill these Overseers. We're still getting away with for me, my tech, and for my partner, the expansion on more Footmen. So this is all about buying time. We know we're going to get pushed back. We know that... Oh, do we grab the Mana Stone? Nice. we know that as soon as this is finished, they're going to be coming to attack us. So what we have to do again, we have to buy time, we have to delay them, we have to push and pull a little bit where we know we can't get kills, but it will ultimately delay their arrival at our base with their big push by 30 seconds. If we can delay them by 30 seconds, that's actually massive. If we can delay them by a minute, that's even better. And look, even this, I guess just the wolves chasing is not so bad, but we've done pretty well. And on paper, I think things are starting to look really scary. And we were a little nervous going into this fight. That's why I'm running here to quickly grab a second hero, because I know we're going to need two heroes to try to defend this push. I only have archers coming out. I have one huntress, 2 lures building, but this one is going to be in dangerous territory considering the headhunters are already arriving. And Skiller has a bunch of footmen. What does he have? 6 footmen? Does he have defend? Halfway through defend. And sorry guys, I keep pausing, but this looks like a scary push coming our way. They're level 3-2, almost 3, to my level 1-1. 0 experience on my Demon Hunter still. And the level 3 Archmage. At least we have the Archmage. So here they come. I'll turn Fog of War back on. And this is a dangerous push. An attack upgrade on the Headhunters as well. So I'm forced to cancel my lore for sure. I'm going to pull back and just hopefully buy time. Roar is also huge. That Scroll of Roar was massive. I'm going to slow it down again. Demon Hunter dies very quickly. You know, clumsy play by me. Not a big deal though, because he's just level 1. And at least, is defend done yet? Almost. So defend will be going up soon. But even then, this looks like a really tricky spot for us, doesn't it? The Fire Lord's in a good position. Archmage is in a little bit of a dangerous spot, but I open up the slot for him so he can fit through. And I think this base is actually quite effective. It's hard for them to break through. And my archers constantly spawning along with the lava spawns and water elementals back here should be able to at least keep them at bay for a little while. So there it goes. We're going to pick off a grunt. We're going to lose a footman. Definitely some footmen are going to go down over here. These are some really weak headhunters. Ooh, nice healing wave from that Shadow Hunter. But it looks like we're going to be able to push them back. Defend is massive. Even if these footmen die literally right-clicking and 0 micro beyond that, they're going to take so long for the headhunters to kill that it creates space for these units behind, which, you know, really, what do we have? We have 3 archers, a huntress, and a bunch of summons, along with 2 footmen here. But we push them back, honestly, pretty comfortably. Surprisingly comfortably for an army that came at us with superior hero levels and superior numbers. That defend went really, really well. Using my hunters here to keep tabs on these guys, make sure they go back to base. Obviously, if he were to turn, I would die, so I don't want to take any damage, but now I know he's in his base. We have now secured the middle, so we're able to heal up. You can see our army is not sizable. Let's check out what they've got. Grunts Raiders, still level 3-1. Torn Totem going up. I have level 1-1 still. Look at that Demon Hunter. Beautiful. Level 3 Archmage is doing very well. 3-1 here. Still just Headhunters coming tier 2. And Skiller is now throwing down a second barracks, and he's just massing these footmen because he knows that defend is great against headhunters. So we're going to heal up, and in a 2 versus 2, generally the right play is to be aggressive. I'm very much, you know, you could probably make that argument in most games in Warcraft, solo 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3. But I'm not familiar so much with 3s and 4s. In 2s, though, aggression is just so important, because if you can get the upper hand on one of them, it quickly becomes a 2 versus 1 or a 2 versus 1.5, and you can just lean on your opponents from there on in. So this engagement, again, I think it looks very much in their favor if you were to look at the 2 army sizes here, or compositions as well. My Demon Hunter goes in, absorbs a ton of damage, and has to run away immediately. Footmen are going to get picked off. They're defended, which means it's going to take a while for these headhunters to kill them, but they will get picked off. My archers are just being destroyed. But even, you know, like I had said going into this, it looks like they have the superior army. They're going to bowl us over here. Look at these numbers now all of a sudden. We're completely outnumbered. We have to retreat. But it was just some footmen and archers lost. And what is he? Halfway to tier 3, still tier 2. I'm now tier 3, and I'm researching mountain giants. I think I have hardened skin already. And Skiller is funneling me some resources, a bunch of resources. I guess his macro slipped there a bit. He's teching to tier 3, and he's going to move into riflemen, which is a little bit interesting. You would expect to see some casters here, but I think he already had the 2 racks down. He could see the value in workshops or mortar teams, so I think he's going for tier 3 mortars. And we're constantly talking throughout this game too. He's letting me know what he's doing. We're communicating over what we're going to be creeping, what time we want to hit, what timings we want. And at this point, I just wanted to squeeze this out if possible. I didn't know they were out here, but last we had last we had seen them was here, so it made sense they'd be creeping the item shop. So I wanted to try to grab what I could out of this. And you'll quickly see some very clumsy play from me as I lose an archer and a huntress. Maybe you won't see it. Maybe I'll keep the screen over here. And then... What huntress? But they come in for the creep jack, and again, I'm in trouble. I have level 2 and 1. I've got mountain giants here, and look at halfway to resistant skin, so they can't be devoured by the Kodos. And of course, he's going to show up on time to eat one. Putting some damage on the Shadow Hunter at least, though. He's out of mana, so it's going to be tough for him to engage in a long-term fight here. Skiller shows up. Great timing. Oh, that was a huge devour for him. Now he teleports out immediately with my 7 health or 7 food mountain giant, which is frustrating. We're against a 4-2 Torn Chieftain Shadow Hunter over there as well. And still their army looks superior to ours, right? But we have the tech advantage and we do have the gold advantage. It's a lot of riflemen coming our way. No workshop even. So it's just lots of riflemen coming, along with mountain giants and some archers.
I stand ready.
The reason I had picked up the Fire Lord. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit rusty. I haven't been casting at all really recently, and I apologize for that. I really hope that I can stick to it and get more out there. Life just gets so busy. But I picked up the Fire Lord initially over here for their first big push because we needed something to help us hold back. But I really feel it's been working out for us this game because they don't have... Well, I guess they're getting Spirit Walkers now, but we really haven't seen any Dispel. So the Water Elementals and Fire Spawns have been really powerful. And at this point, somehow we could see them. Oh, yeah, we could see them because he had my Mountain Giant. Right, so we knew he was here. Skiller has the much larger army than I do. I'm just running in with my 2 heroes and a couple units behind. But we decided to go for a pincer movement. So he's going to go this way, I'm going to go this way, and hopefully we'll be able to cause some problems over here. Got Brilliance Aura, kind of useless. Mana Stone's really nice on the Fire Lord, though. So this immediately is forced into the back corner. He does have a teleport, so we're going to burn another 350 gold teleport here. We're going to... Do we get the kill on the Farseer? No, yeah, he does teleport out. So I don't know if we even get a single kill. But forcing that teleport is big. Now we're able to engage the Orc player down here with Headhunters, 1 versus 2, which is definitely an advantage for us. And we're going to get a couple pickoffs. Let's see. We get taunt? Yeah. No. This guy might. Ah, there's the taunt. Couple pickoffs. Force the blue player. Another mountain giant shows up. We force him completely back to his base, and no teleport on purple. So now we've got them in an interesting spot, right? These are always interesting positions where you're in between the 2 opponents. So technically they could be trying to pincer us, but the Headhunters can't do anything to my mountain giants. This is a very formidable army against this. It's going to be a standoff. So I think the blue player has to pull back, and he's going to ultimately have to buy another teleport, because when he takes that high ground, I'm going to run back up here, and it's going to be 2 versus 1, and he'll have to spend 350 gold just to get to his partner's base.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
And I'm sure Skiller will not be committing into a dangerous spot until I show up. No Dispel still, actually. They've got walkers, but no Dispel. So that Book of the Dead is very nice. Yeah, Skiller is able to push them back, and I'm coming in this way to go for the pincer movement again. Yeah, these riflemen are... There's a lot of riflemen. It's easy to underestimate them. There were some heal scrolls there. There's a scroll of protection. My mountain giant shows up, and all of a sudden purple looks like he's in trouble. There's that 350 gold teleport he had to spend. That's 2 headhunters fewer that he could have with him right now. And this fight is starting to look really, really nice for us as the rest of my mountain giants show up on the backside. So, my demon hunter has hit level 2, which is nice. We're going to get a kill on the shadow hunter here, I'm sure. Nope. Nope. That's okay. Look how quick they are with that endurance or level 2. But at this point, we've withstood the pressure. We held back their big pushes. We forced them to engage over here. So we engaged here and pushed them back with good positioning and good second heroes and good buying time here, which led to them getting here later than they wanted to. The second big fight that they completely dominated us and had superior armies was way over here, which left them to either creep this quickly and then come to us, or run across the map to come to us. And what they did was creep and run all the way here and engaged here, and we forced a teleport out again because Skiller was quick and engaged on a 2-on-1, right? When I was here and lost that stupid huntress and then got my mountain giant devoured, Skiller showed up. It was 2 of us against 1, so he had to teleport, and by the time the Tauren chieftain showed up, he had to run away. So engaging here rather than here was huge, because if that losing engagement had happened down in this direction, then they would have walked right in our base and it would have been much more difficult. And then over the time we gained by pushing them back and engaging in the right spots, we've now been able to really exploit our insane gold advantage with that early expansion and our tech advantage with my tier 3 mountain giants. And at this point, there's nothing they can do, right? We're just going to walk right through them. Nice mana drain on the Tauren chieftain. We've seen some nice fire strike? Flame strike. Weird. Flame strikes. Definitely able to drop this really quickly now that I've picked up some trees on my mountain giants. Tauren chieftain goes down, and I think they're about to call a good game. This is definitely where the game ends. So it was a very convincing win. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like 2 versus 2s? Because I'll be honest, I'll be playing a lot of them for the foreseeable future. I'll also, of course, be playing solos, and I'll be posting them. But it's a lot of fun being able to play a ranged team again. So we're going to keep doing it. And Skiller and I right now, there's no record shown, but we've got a really good record right now. So I'm excited to keep climbing. Anyway. Let me know what you guys think. I'm really excited to be back. I'm really excited that Reforged is here. I love that it's working. I love that people are playing again. I really hope the ladder comes out soon, but you're not going to get any pessimism from me. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Any questions, comments, criticisms are welcome as always. And until next time.